Well, hi, welcome to Wellness Wednesday here at Overholt Art and Entertainment Studio. I am your party artist. I'm the hostess with all the toasts, just here to help you have fun and learn a little bit about art in the Niagara area. Yeah, I don't really teach you very much about art that's in the Niagara area. I teach you about the art that I do here in the Niagara area. Yeah. I've tried to reach out to a lot of people and they don't get back to me. So I just make it what it would be for me, that kind of thing. Anyways, I hope you're having a fantastic day. Yeah, here's the thing. Yes, I just finished doing a workout, and I wanted to explain. It's very important not only to eat a well balanced diet and also get some good rest, but it's also good to get some exercise, and especially when it's a beautiful day like today, and it's a lot. The sun is shining, and you feel motivated. You got to feel, what is your motivation to get you going in the morning, even just to do a workout. If you see the sun shining, that makes you feel a little bit better, to feel like you want to maybe even get out there and go for a nice little walk outside, because it's so beautiful outside. And that's what I plan to do after I get done this too. Before I go into my job, whew, I got lots to do this morning, and then I just wanted to come in and say hello and good morning. And I hope you guys are doing awesome. I'm doing awesome too. I really thank you very much for all of your paying attention and listening to my ramblings. I know I don't ramble all the time, just sometimes when I get onto a subject that gets me going, right? But anyways, yes, it's Wellness Wednesday, and I'm here to talk about being well and what motivates you. Now, I always give this motto: life is what you make it. So I know right now things are not all roses and beautiful things right now, but that doesn't mean that you can't make it for yourself. Like, try to, you like you say the sun, like you see the sun out there in the sky, and it still comes up every day, and it still makes you feel good when you see it. Why not just think about that? Like, just imagine the sun. If the sun didn't come up, that would be kind of like, there would be bad times if the sun didn't come up, of course. But yeah, if you can imagine, what if things didn't want to go in the usual pattern that they do? What would happen to the rest of the world? Do you think it would fall apart? Well, maybe not at first, but slowly, something probably slowly. Maybe it's been a slow burnout for us humans in society. Who knows? Maybe that's the problem. But I always try to, like, deeply dive into what kind of motivates people to do some of the things that they do. Like, okay, so what would motivate you to get into a better frame of mind? What motivates you to get into a healthier state? Do you find watching your favorite celebrities, for that, would that help you? If you saw somebody going through the same struggles that you're going through, would that help you, motivate you a little bit more to maybe doing something too? That's what you have to kind of find out for yourself. Like I say, life's what you make it. I'm trying to make it as much fun and easygoing, and with all the things that are going on in the world, just try to make it fun. And because gosh knows there's enough sadness and misery going on in the world, we need a more cheerful and helpful things, right? So yeah, that's why I come here, and I teach you all about how to draw, how to create things out of your imagination, because your imagination is great. When without imagination, they wouldn't have ever been able to come up with ideas like creating computers and making things that allow us to put out all of our information live and broadcast right out into the world, and say, hey, you know what? You're not the only one who suffers loneliness. You're not the only one who loves so deeply and hurts so deeply when it's not reciprocated. That kind of thing. We all have that angst about us where we want things to change, but we don't know how to do it, and who's going to do it, and why it should happen, and blah 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 blah. I know there's so much to this world, so very complex. There's a lot to take on when you start thinking about the world and all of its context, but you got to keep it real too. You can't worry so much about what's going on over there. You got to kind of concentrate on what's going to work best for you, what motivates you, what keeps you going every day. I think, as I love being able to do things to make people happy and stuff. I'm not an attention seeker, but I do think that there's times where we see humanity needs something to give it, to lift it up a bit, but you don't know what to do, right? So that's probably why I do this. That's probably why I come here, just to kind of give everything a little bit of a lift. Because even when I'm not watching like something here, I'm watching something else on YouTube or watching something else in other places, and I'm like, some of them aren't. Some of the music, some of the music isn't very lively. Some of the things that they talk about aren't very lively. So I usually try and keep it fun here, because that's why you got to keep on pushing for good times, because there's a lot of bad times happening. You got to make it good. So you got to find. Oh, I got to talk too much. I need a drink. I really do, but I haven't grabbed one today. So and I should, because I just finished a great workout. I do like a 25-minute workout, and it's more just to get the body moving and get the brain, like, give it a shake and say, hey, wake up, you got to get going. You got to make money. Yeah. Wake up, you got to make money. Yo. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It isn't all the sugar and spice and everything nice. It's also, there's motivation that it has to keep you going forward towards that sugar and spice and everything nice, right? Yeah. So, how are you guys feeling this morning? Yeah, what's new and exciting? Yeah, I was listening to some of the things that have been going on since the holiday Monday, and it's been like, wow, there is a lot of stuff going down at different places, especially places that I never expected to hear about having issues. Now starting to have issues, with public drunkenness and destruction of property. You go out, it's a celebration of having a good time. It's not about going out and destroying things and ruining it for other people. We're all trying to get along, and that's and again, that's why Wellness Wednesday is here, because for all of us people who are just trying to get along every day. We have a job to do. We got to do it, and in between, we have our dreams still. We have our passions for doing other things that. Are not really in our realm at this moment, but we think about it constantly. Like, can you imagine getting if somebody called you tomorrow, and I posted this on my Facebook, if somebody called you up and said they have your dream job, you got your dream job, it's waiting for you, but the thing is, you have to get there, and you only have a certain amount of time to do it. Would you go and do it? Would you do it? Like, if it was, say, okay, for me, say if somebody called me tomorrow and said, okay, Kim, you know what? We're calling from the studio that you wanted to be an animator for. We can teach you the rest of it. We love the style of your art, and we really want you to keep pressing forward. And we want you to do some animations for us, and we'll teach you the rest. We just got to have you come here. We have everything ready for you. You just got to show up, and we have, like, it'll be like a fee. You would be like paid for the time that you would spend. Your ideas are great, because that's why we are hiring you. This is what I imagine you're saying. The things that the things that you imagine are just amazing. We don't have that kind of idea here. We need something like that from you. So if you can make it down in so much time, like, yeah, would you do it? Would that be something that you say, yeah, yeah, I'm hopping the plane, I'm hopping that train, but what if you don't have the cash? What if you're stuck in this moment that you are right now, where A, you don't have the money to do it, B, you don't have the resources to get there, C, you don't have like any passports or any proper ID on you. And this is where things kind of, okay, so, but you're like, you're almost there. Like, you could just run out tomorrow and you could grab up all of the pertinent information, but you'd still need time for it to come to you. Like, sometimes it's a long wait for you to get your passport. Sometimes there's a wait for you to get your certain pieces of ID and identification and stuff like that. What if it's after that time that they allotted for you? Then what happens? Do you are you and if okay, and so if that moment passes you by, are you disappointed in yourself because you couldn't do it? Or do you kind of chalk it up to understanding in a life moment, and those one of those kind of things where you just couldn't do it at the time, but if they'd given you maybe a little bit more time, you would have been able to do it. That's like woulda, shoulda, coulda, but didn't, right? And it makes you wonder. And not that that ever's been offered to me because I would like jump at the chance because, when you're an artist, like I say, I knew from the get go what kind of life that I would be kind of having, and although I can't complain, life is what you make it because it has been actually kind of very interesting. I haven't had all, it hasn't been all bad, it hasn't been all great either. It's just been, it's been a life, and it's been I'm grateful for what I have. But if I had that opportunity to get into that spot where everybody's like, yeah, you know what, make it down to here right now, and we can have you have that job where you don't have to worry about bills, you won't have to worry about uh, accommodations, you don't have to worry about whether or not you have a job because it's guaranteed where you get to a certain place. I love that idea. I love that. Would love to have that certainty in my life. I worked up in a lot of places to get to that point, only to find somebody just deciding to take over the spot that I was hoping for. And then what? Yeah, there's the next step. How about when you get to a point where you're getting good, and you're like, okay, the kids. So you have the job that you want, but then all of a sudden somebody comes, like kind of higher management, all of a sudden decides that they want you doing this instead of that, and that was your dream job, and now they put you down to this. Do you where do you go from there? Do you think that you've been treated unfairly? Do you move on? Do you do it for yourself? This is the kind of things that I think about sometimes, and I believe me, I've had lots of jobs to choose from to figure out, what do I want to do with the rest of my life? There's so much, it's so many options out there. Art is like my top one, but finding it on a regular basis is something that's kind of, well, it's either you are somebody who does something for a project, or you're doing something that is in an allotted time. It isn't something that's a constant thing. It's always like if you're working for somebody else, there's the 9 to 5, and it's a hey Joe, yeah, hi. No, I don't know who you are. I appreciate it though, thank you. And yeah, just talking about, Wellness Wednesday and the things that you do to that motivates you to move forward in whatever you do. Say you're working a job right now that you don't really care for. Do you keep moving yourself forward with the idea, like I do here, of what I want to keep doing and just move forward on that thing? Or would you just stick around in the job that you have because it's like the money you can't really spend right now and you don't really have time to do that kind of thing? I would still make time, regardless of what job I had. If I was enjoying, if say I like coming here, I love coming here and saying hello to everybody and telling everybody what I'm up to with my art and things like that. But say if I was at a place where I was you know um, working a job and I didn't really know any other skills, but then something comes along that has something that they will train you and get you motivated into something completely different once you do it. It's that comfort line, like where's your comfort level, and do you feel safe in the job that you're at, or do you feel like if somebody had offered you something like your dream job, would you go for it? A lot of time, it's one of those things that you think about, and then you realize, in your life you only have so much time. And what kind of things are you wanting to show other people? What kind of things do you want to put into the world and bring to other people and share with, and this is the whole point, I think, maybe of why I keep coming back every day. It's for me, I do it for me, but I do it for those people who are also in that kind of thing where, like I say, when I went whitewater rafting, when I was younger, I got caught in an eddy and I couldn't understand why everybody kept on going past me and I was stuck in one spot. And they were like, sometimes the motivation comes in and it just swirls around, and then just you think of it as life. Things just keep on swirling around you and swirling around you, and all of a sudden you're just stuck and you're watching everybody getting past you. It's like, how did they do that? And it's like you realize, and then they're telling you, you gotta keep pushing, you gotta keep pushing hard. And it is just one of those things where I guess, and I still am, I still do, I still push hard. And this is why I'm glad for technology, because technology. Oh, okay, hey. Nice, hey, thanks. Yeah, for technology purposes, it's really great that you can actually expand your horizons, be able to do stuff like that, and it's fun. When I do this, I do this not just because I'm helping other people, but I'm also helping myself too. Get better at speaking, getting better at when I come across afterwards when I'm watching this for myself. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I could have said that better, or I could have said this better. Yeah, well, it's good to see you guys. I'm glad you're out here. I'm at 59 viewers now. Is that crazy? You know what? One more and I got 60. That's crazy. That's more than people that I have at one paint night. Well, no, 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 sorry. I've had up to 100 people, almost 100 people at paint night. That one paint night thing that I did was um, where we did that. It was, I can't speak. I get here on phone. It was the charity one that we did where it was in Fort Erie, I'm thinking, for the lady who need the prosthetic for her face. She had gotten cancer in her face, and I'm sure you can understand somebody who has, a disfigurement on their face, and they just want to make it look so they don't look unnormal. It happens. You get cancer in the wrong spot, and it's like, so this woman had cancer on her face, and what she gotten is, and for doing it like 100 people, and this is the thing, to get the prosthetics, so I paid for that. But I mean, this is what it is, and it goes like right on your face, and it makes it look like she's wearing glasses, and it makes her look like her face is normal. It kind of matches the other side of her face. It's really wild. I'm glad technology can do that kind of thing too. But yeah, so that was at least 100 people. And you know what, if I can get to 100 people watching me, that'd be cool. I like that idea. I don't know how many people you need to start making like money from it, but I keep pushing forward and see what happens. And yeah, today's a short day for me. I gotta go to work pretty soon, so I come early and I hang out here for just a little while, get you motivated for Wellness Wednesday. Wellness Wednesday is like one of those things where it kind of incorporates everything, and it makes you feel good about yourself, makes you feel like you're going to be heading in the right direction. Think about what you want to do with the rest of your life. I know sometimes you might be a little bit young, you might think, well, this will learn. But some people know what they want to do. Like when I was 10, I was already set for life. I knew that I wanted to be an artist. I didn't know what kind of things it would entail, of course, but look at me. I didn't know what kind of things it would entail becoming an artist, but I was hoping it would be kind of fun, like being on a Muppet show or something. And getting the chance to do things like that was a lot of fun too. I would, if I had the opportunity to get back into theater, or to get back into, if I ever got into acting, I would really probably enjoy something like that. Maybe that's my motivation. Nobody asks me if I want it. I've only been in one movie, and I was in a catatonic state where this is me. This is me through the whole movie. Yeah, it's not easy to do. That's very hard for me. Keeping still and stuff. I'm one of those, I don't like to keep still for too long. Well, though my hubby would probably say that I really like to just sit still a lot. He's like, he moves fast, and sometimes it's me trying to keep up with him, and this is where I get myself into trouble, right? This is where I get like the scars on my face from banging my head trying to keep up with him, with like racing down a hill or trying to climb a mountain. Gee, I try way too hard. But you got to try, and that's the thing. You don't know until you try, and you laugh about it afterwards. If it ends up just being something goofball and stupid, at least it's funny. It's funny and it's fun and it's a memory. It's an experience, and life is an experience. You should never think that no, I don't want to live anymore. You know what? There's more for you to experience. There's the experience of consciousness is just the best. You dream a lot. You sleep a lot. It's time to like wake up and live a little bit, and find out what motivates you, right? Yeah, yeah, that kind of thing. Well, I appreciate you guys being here, and I think when it comes to motivation, I think coming in and sitting, standing and sitting, and showing you all kinds of things here on my channel is really beneficial for me, and I appreciate that too. So yeah, believe me, I have my days where it's like, okay, well, I know it's I talk to a lot of people who are around the same age as I am, and right now they're like, you know, sometimes it's kind of tough. And this somebody said this to me one time, and I'm like, you got the same age I am. You just try to just relax. It's like, it's tough to kind of look in the obituaries and see all the friends that you're losing. I'm like, yeah, it is tough. I know. I've already lost a few friends, sometimes it just that's the way it happens. We have no control over that, and what we got to live is our life, and that's the best that we can do. And I always find little things in life to keep me happy, like looking at rainbows or looking at butterflies and bubbles and squeakies and ukulele and stuff like that. Anything that keeps you happy, things that motivate you and make you move, music, anything that sparkles your brain, like Luna sparkles. Yeah, anything that keeps you motivated and keeps you moving forward. And yeah, definitely with doing my Luna Sparkles thing, I appreciate, how things are progressing. And I'm going to take it to the next, I'm going to take it to as far as I can take it. Doing some drawings, I'm going to do some animations. And if I can, I will make a whole movie if I can. It'll be a painstakingly long thing, and I'm trying to figure out whether I want to do stop motion animation or if I want to draw every frame. Sometimes I think stop motion animation would be easier, just because I could take pictures of like every single sequence and then just keep moving the thing along, which I wanted to do, which was my original intention when I went to Sheridan College in the first place for art fundamentals and animation. I wanted to do stop motion animation too. So maybe I'll play with it a little bit and see what happens. You got to take it out of the box. You got to play with it. You got to learn how it all works, right? Because if you don't do it, who's going to do it? You're going to, you can watch people do it. You can come here and see all kinds of people live unwrapping or doing things that you want to do, but you got to do it too. You can watch as much as you want, learn as much as you want, and that's why I'm here. But you got to still do it, and that's what I'm hoping to do. And that's why we keep moving forward with this. I enjoy this. I hope this is very motivational for you. It's very motivational for me. Now I like my cartooning Mondays, so I wouldn't call it motivational Mondays, but I will call Wellness Wednesdays, because we are working not only on the spirit, we are working on the soul, we are working on the very essence of being a human in the wellness of our own lives, right? Ooh, it sounds kind of very poetic, I know. And on that note, I think I have to go because my mouth is getting dry, and I love talking to you guys. But like I say, I finished my workout, and that day is still ahead of me, and I still have a few hours to go. So I want to say thank you very much for tuning in, and I say, peace, oh brother, with a little bit added, as my mom used to say, which means, find your own way, find your own peace in this world, make it be as good as you want it to be, because like YOLO, and you have to be the greatest of all times to be here, right? And, I want to say thank you also to Brad Pitt for having that sense of humor that he has, because me and him are just like this. I'm sure one day when I get my animations going and stuff like that, he'll be looking through all the things going, what does she keep on talking about me? Cool animations. Maybe I should produce some of her stuff. This is me over here. Yeah. I don't know. But I can do it for myself. That's the best I can get. And thank you very much, Pitt, for having a sense of humor. Oh, boy. All right. And anyways, and on that note, guys, I love you. I hope you have a fantastic day. And if you want to join me, subscribe. Tomorrow is Entertainment Thursday, and I hope to you'll come here and watch me make a fool out of myself. I love being a fool, Give me the clown. I used to be one. I could still be one pretty good. So come on, tune in to me tomorrow, Entertainment Thursday, and then Feedback Friday. Well, I want to hear from you. Okay, so Boy, this week's gone fast, and I hope to hear from you. And I love you guys. What more can I say? Thank you.